Hi guys! If you're coming to this video, I am glad to see that you have taken interest in our culture and to explore the beauty of Vietnamese table manners. So lucky for you, you've got a Vietnamese with 20 years of living experience who is more than grateful to teach you the basic Vietnamese table manners and to save you from potentially awkward situations with the locals here. In this video, we will walk you through the 4 stages for you to master the Vietnamese table manners, ranging from the beginner level to the intermediate, and then to the advanced, and then finally, hopefully, mastered. So for each level, the beginners will involve the common politeness acts that everybody should expect to have in a Vietnamese meal. Next will be the intermediate level, which will involve the behaviors that you should adopt when you are sharing food with the other peoples in the meal. And for the advanced level, this will take things up to the notch. That would make you have to take care of the utensils and to see how you can elegantly put those utensils into use. And then finally, for the master level, this will take things up even to the hardest level. You will have to understand the deeper Vietnamese cultural aspects for you to understand the why behind all of these Vietnamese table manners, and then for you to fully adopt them as your own. Are you ready? Let's go! So the first thing you will need to know is not the table manners yet, but the basic elements of a traditional Vietnamese meal or a mâm cơm Việt. So for the elements, you will need to remember these calories. The first being the mâm, which is a big round tray sitting in the middle of the table. And this will be where the plates or the dishes will be placed on. And the second are the bowls, of course, for eating. And this bowl will match the number of people sitting for that meal. And then the final one is the chopstick. So make sure that each person will have a pair of chopsticks ready to eat. Okay, and the next thing that you will need to know is the table manners when you eat. Oh, wait, just kidding. It goes even far beyond that, which is what you will need to remember before you even enter the table. So the first thing you will need to remember is to set up the table right. Yes, you heard me correctly. So when the ladies of the house or the men of the house are preparing the dishes, you can prepare the necessary utensils for the people to eat. So remember the 3 components I just showed you before, which are the tray, the bowls, and the chopsticks. Make sure that you have prepared enough bowl for everybody around the table and to prepare the pair of chopsticks for each bowl. The next thing that you can do is to ask for the permission to be the one to scoop the rice. I know that again may sound a bit weird, but in our culture, that is a way to proactively show that you're a thoughtful person. So remember that you will need to scoop the rice for the elderly first. So please notice who are the most elderly of the house, and then ranging down to the younger ones. Final piece of the puzzle is to ask the permission to eat from the elderlies. I know you're probably very hungry at this point and you just want to get into the real business. But staying respectful is the #1 thing to notice while you're in Vietnam and ready to eat. So what you want to do is to wait for the elderly to eat the meal first. And then you can start asking them for permission to eat by saying the magic word mời, which means to invite. And the full sentence can look like this. Con or cháu mời bà, mời cô, mời chú ăn cơm ạ. There are different components in that sentence, but the magic word here means mời, which is to invite here. And then you've got the word ăn cơm ạ, which means just to eat the rice. And the ạ in the final end of the sentence serve as the honorific. And during this phase, you may have the urge to just shorten everything, and you're probably gonna say something like this. Mời cả nhà ăn cơm ạ, which is to invite everybody in the family to eat. That may be correct, but in Vietnam, we consider that a rude thing and to show you that you're not a thoughtful person and care for the elderly at all. So I think in the context of having the meal with your friends or people of the same age, you can say the things like that. But if your house or your family has some more elderlies, ranging from your grandpa, your grandma, your father, your mother, or your aunt or your uncle, those people who are older than you, you should reserve yourself from ever saying that, or you'll be kicked out of the house immediately. So far, I believe you remember the basic components of a Vietnamese meal, and also you have remembered what to do even before entering the table. So the next video, we will move on to the beginner level and to show you the common politeness during a Vietnamese meal. Stay tuned!